What's good? What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome to another edition of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Coming to you via the YouTube airways. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. And today, man, we got some breaking news out of Boulder, Colorado. But when you come across this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you'll know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And if this is your first time coming across the channel and you're new to the platform, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, post your comments, share the video out. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. I see everybody in the comment section, #salute. And you know what my mantra is. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. Well, let's get right off into it. Well, today's show, man, Deion Sanders is back at it again. Deion Sanders has landed two major pieces to the defensive side of the ball for the Colorado Buffaloes. You know, Deion Sanders always said he loves fishing, and he caught two big fishes today. And that's breaking news out of Colorado, man. Deion is actively recruiting. He's getting these guys to commit. Now, you know, we heard the news of prior commit DJ Lundy, where he flipped his commitment back to Florida State after he committed to Colorado on Christmas Day. Now, what Deion Sanders and the Colorado coaching staff and the recruiting staff have been doing is trying to get a replacement for DJ Lundy. But inside of that replacement, they have landed two major pieces to the puzzle on the defensive side of the ball. So it's coming out of Colorado today that what Deion Sanders and the recruiting staff has done and the coaching staff, they landed Torian Carter and also Nikhil Webb Walker. Now, Deion was recently on the Stephen A. Smith show talking about the recruitment and the recruiting process. And he was talking about the major get that he got in Jordan Seaton. He was talking about the big guy. And this is what Deion Sanders had to say. Take a listen.
You got the number one offensive lineman in the country coming to your program. I want you to talk about him. I want you to talk about the other guys that you got that have committed to the program right now, because I think they got you at number two right now in terms of recruiting. Number two right now. Is it number one? Is it number one?
You made probably a mistake on your computer. Just refresh. Refresh.
My bad. My bad. It's number one. My bad.
Just refresh it again to you. Let me tell you something. The big fella, man, I call him Big Time. That's his new nickname. He Big Time. You know, that's Big Time. He knows how to articulate himself. He knows what he wants, but he's willing to work to go get it. And he challenges guys all day long. He would get on the phone and call another live. Hey, man, you coming or not? Because we ain't got time for that.
That's
what you gonna do? Are you, coach? He's just trying to get a bag. We don't want him. He ain't thinking about the game. He ain't thinking about how he fit in the scheme. He just want a bag. We don't want him. That's how he approaches things. This kid practiced his butt off. I mean, that's what we've gleaned. But he's a man. I mean, he comes from tough beginnings. His uncle is a rider, and got his back wholeheartedly, and he had come up the way. This kid is a pro mentally and physically right now. He just has to put it on grass.
Wow.
I love everything about this kid and who he's gonna become. I promise you this kid is gonna be a first rounder, if not the top 5 pick.
For those that may not know who you're talking about, the kid's name is Jordan Seaton.
Yeah.
Number one offensive tackle recruit, 6'5", 287 pounds.
But
man, now you heard what Deion Sanders said about the offensive lineman and Jordan Seaton. So that gives you some insight on how Deion Sanders feels about these kids that are committing to Colorado. He wants people that want to play, not always concerned about the bag. If you play hard, you're going to get the bag. If you get recognition, you're going to get rewarded for it. And that's what Deion Sanders basically was saying when Stephen A. Smith was asking him the question about Jordan Seaton. But today, like I said, they struck gold, man. They struck gold in getting Torian Carter and Nikhil Webb Walker. Now, Nikhil Webb Walker, he comes out of New Mexico State. Nikhil Webb Walker announced he would be in Boulder bound on Friday. The former New Mexico State linebacker racked up 24 tackles 5.5 for loss, and 3 sacks last season. He was an original underrated recruit from Bridgington Academy in Maine as part of the 2022 recruiting class. Webb Walker is the 21st portal addition for Deion Sanders in the Buffs, but remains ranked number 3 overall according to 24 Sports. A pretty evenly split class for Colorado, with that being the 9th defensive player coming from the transfer portal, a 6'6", 240-pounder who uses length to his advantage. Webb Walker can work towards either side of the field. He'll give Colorado some much-needed depth in the heart of the defense after losing DJ Lundy to Florida State. Colorado will look to add a bit more on the defensive side of the ball via the portal in the next few weeks. Expect Coach Prime and his staff to be looking at which players might be available with coaching changes. Alabama loses Nick Saban to retirement and is replaced by Washington's Kellen DeBoer. The players from both schools would now have 30-day window to hit the portal. Buffalo's quarterback Deion Sanders already called for Alabama players to tap in with what's going on in Boulder. Now, also, they struck gold with Torian Carter. He's transferring from Arkansas. Torian Carter made it official by announcing he would be joining Deion Sanders in Colorado on Thursday. The former Arkansas defensive lineman originally committed to SMU, but decided to reverse course and head to Colorado. The 6'3", 300-pound force for the Razorbacks. Carter left Fayetteville with 60 tackles, 6.5 for loss, 2.5 sacks, and 2 PDUs over the past 3 years. He initially entered the transfer portal on December 5th, and originally the 3-star recruit from Mansfield Legacy in Texas. In the 2019 recruiting class, Carter was a top 50 player in the Lone Star State and the top 30 defensive tackle nationally. Colorado adds depth to one of the defense with Carter. He's now the 5th defensive lineman Coach Prime has snagged via the transfer portal during his period. Carter joins Houston's Chidozie Nakawu, Alabama's Anquan Barnes, LSU's Quincy Wiggins, Pittsburgh's Samuel Kulo. Also, the newest Buffaloes on the line as a whole. Colorado moves back up to 20 transfer players as part of the 2024 class. DJ Lundy initially committed to Colorado on Christmas Day, but Charles Kelly, leaving for Auburn, the Seminoles linebacker, returned to Florida State yesterday. So there you have it, man. Deion Sanders is back in the portal, working his magic, landing 2 major big fishes. And like you guys, I've always said, man, Colorado is trending in the right direction. You got to take your hat off to Deion Sanders, man. He's doing major things in this portal, man. It goes to show, man, that he's taking this job serious. And like I said, he's trying to make that run at a national title in 2024. Basically, what he's doing, he's overhauled that whole roster, basically the whole offensive line, the whole defensive line, you know, the coaching staff, bringing in new coaches. And also, they have hired one of the best recruiters out of Florida in Devin Respris. So that's helping out the recruiting, man. He's a highly respectable guy coming out of Florida. So, you know, this guy knows what he's doing, man, and he's helping Deion and that coaching staff get the players that want to be committed to Colorado football. Now, you know, a lot of guys commit and a lot of guys decommit, but hopefully the guys that are committing over these last couple of days, that they will be signed, sealed, and delivered, and they will suit up for the Colorado Buffaloes in 2024. But as of right now, Deion Sanders has landed 2 big fishes in Torian Carter and Nikhil Webb Walker. So that's a great addition to the defensive side of the ball. Also, like you heard earlier, where Deion was talking about Jordan Seaton, what he brings to the table. He said he is going to be a top 5 pick in the NFL. He likes his work ethic. The guy, like they said, is 6'6", 290 pounds, 7'1" wingspan, and he brings a lot to the table. So that's what Deion Sanders and them now are doing in the New Year's. They are still reeling in the big fish. So, guys, let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. Please share the video out. Please give the video a thumbs up. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap, and we're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.